Wednesday night SRL action. Welcome to the Simulation Rugby League Premiership, live from Bank West Stadium in Parramatta. Round 2 in the Simulation Rugby League continues with the Warriors away to the Parramatta Eels. Two sides who have met twice before in the SRL and most recently in the grand final from season 1. The Eels coming away victorious in a late field goal in extra time, 19 points to 18. But it is a brand new season and a different storyline could possibly set to unfold as this game is about to get underway. It's the Eels set to kick off. It's the Warriors set to receive, and Charlie Butler will get the game underway here in Parramatta with Tuesday night action underway, and this Warriors skipper John Nanai with the first hit up of the game. So an interesting opening round for both sides. A contrast with the the Eels getting the win first up against the Broncos last week. A good performance from the Eels, winning 24 points to 18. While the Warriors at home going down to the Canberra Raiders 36-24 in what was a high scoring affair, and giving the new kids on the block an opportunity to get their season underway in a good way as the Warriors, as Jason Farah with the wind behind him sends the ball over the back of the in goal. So a few changes in both sides this afternoon compared to round 1 last week. We'll go through the Eels first of all. Eli Barnes at fullback, Braden Smith and Dan Mitchell on the wings with Isaac Simons and Ethan Durant in the middle as Durant makes a good bust up through the middle. Halves pairing of Butler and Smith. The front mowers, Abraham Walker, Tim James and Luke Short, and then Luke Carter, Attila Settendag and the skipper Kobe Johnston back in the second row. On the bench, Damien Shelford, Jaden White, William Jones and Thomas Wallace as the Eels. Tackle 5 just outside the Warriors 10 with an early opportunity in this one to put points on the board as they go back to Johnston. The skipper decides to put the kick up. It's a good kick, but coming down with it Simons, and he's a little bit too far out to really threaten the Warriors line. And he's taken down by Logan Strange. For the Warriors, big changes in their squad this week. Chance Bunce retains the fullback position, and the rest of the back line remains the same with JM's Damien Moana on the wings, Jackson Cutler and Tataita Maxwell in the middle. And the big change comes in the halves with Sajan McGalley and Jason Farah making his debut in the number 6 jersey. Rod Curran moving to the bench. Moving to the number 12 in the second row. And Patrick Corcoran into the hooker, number 9 jumper for this one. John Nanai up the front with Joshua Suliruka making his debut in the starting 13. And then David Barner and Logan Strange with Curran and the back line. On the bench for the Warriors is Daniel Ingo, Seamus Walker, TJ Ashford and Mitch Austin to come on later on in this game. So big changes for the Warriors after their disappointing loss to the Raiders at home. I shouldn't really say disappointing, the Raiders played well. They came into that game with no pressure really, whereas the Warriors, defending minor premier runners-ups and the 9 champions, it was a high-scoring game, and the Raiders came away with it with the early 2 points as the Eels, a game with more opportunities here, and Barnes comes away with it, collects it on a good run, but it's Suliruka who wraps him up and the Warriors get the ball. So good early pressure here from the Eels. The Warriors again looking to make their way deep out of their own half. Nanai taking it forward, Corcoran at dummy half. Through the hands to Bunce.
Back to 10.
Met by Walker. They go to Strange this time. Makes some good metres up through the middle and finds Nanai on his shoulder, and he's taken down a good tackle. Corcoran back to Miguel, who decides to kick early, and the Parramatta chasers having to get back into their own 20 to collect it. It's Barnes who picks it up, and he's forced himself, he's fallen over, and he's put a foot to touch, so an early unforced error from the Parramatta fullback. And that's going to give the Warriors a really good attacking opportunity in the opening 5 or 6 minutes of this game. As the Warriors restart from the scrum, they go to Jackson Cutler, gets away from Durant, taken around by Barnes around the waist. A metre out here for the Warriors. Corcoran at dummy half, they go to Miguel, decides to go himself, but there's no way through, still setting it up around about 5 metres out, and Corcoran goes right. They go through the hands to Farah.
He's held there. 3.
The little halfback taken down, a good tackle. Corcoran comes back to the left, goes to Taita Maxwell. Maxwell hard to stop, but he's been wrestled down to the ground, only at a couple of inches short. Corcoran again at dummy half to Suliruka. Suliruka won't be able to get the ball down. So goal line defence holding tough for the Eels at the moment, as the Warriors will restart from the 10 on the final tackle, and they'll go back to Miguel, who puts it high. Chases are good from the Warriors, but Mitchell too strong in the air. He's been forced back into his in goal, and they'll restart from the line dropout. So a seesawing opening 10 minutes to this game. Two heavyweights in the SRL going head to head.
He's held there.
And what is an exciting start to a Tuesday night fixtures in the SRL. Strange takes it forward.
2 on the keep going.
Taken down about 25 metres out from the Eels line. Suliruka charges it forward and makes an extra couple of metres as well. Farah gives it back to Curran. Back in the second row this week. Through the hands to Miguel. Tried to get the offload to Bunce, who was hovering on his outside shoulder. Couldn't get the hands free, so Corcoran at dummy half. On the final, it's Strange who's forced to put the kick up. Good kick by Strange, but Smith comes down with it and marks it well. So the Eels survive those couple of onslaughts from the Warriors, and they'll look to settle things down and just get the ball into the Warriors' territory as they go wide to Isaac Simons, forced into touch possibly by Damien Moana, and another unforced error from the Eels. And a little bit of nerves possibly coming into this one, as the young Warriors winger covered him well, and they'll get another opportunity from inside the Eels' halves as they find Cutler. Dives inside the tackle of Wallace. Left they come again. Abana puts Ems in the hole. Good run by the Warriors winger. Coming into contact with Barnes. Inside the Eels 20 the Warriors go. 2 off the ruck to Bana. Always driving the eggs an extra couple of metres. To right. To Strange on the inside. He gets the offload to Corcoran. Good hands from the Warriors so far as they're 2 metres out. Bunce to Strange, a powerful runner, but he'll be held up by Abraham Walker. They come to Miguel. Again, good goal line defence from the Eels. And they take Miguel down on the final tackle.
He's held there. 1, release. Held. 2.
Taking it forward as the skipper, Kobe Johnston. They go back to Abraham Walker, who wasn't really expecting the pass. A little bit lackluster in his performance as they go to Carter. Wrestling with the defenders. It was Farah around the waist
5. Markers lock
to the
in.
fullback, and Barnes up to the Eels 40 on the final tackle. Kicking from in their own half, they put it down to the wing of Ems, who busts through the first line of defence.
That's 1. Move.
There was Ethan Durant,
Held there.
who was left clutching at thin air. There's Ems.
2.
Cut out
On the
pass
keep
to
going.
Nanai, centre field for the Warriors, setting it up nicely. Right from Corcoran. Farah cuts out one, they go to Bunce.
Back with me.
Again, this Eels defence is rushing up well at the moment, putting a lot of pressure on the Warriors forwards, who are trying to get their hands on the ball as much as they can. Strange sets it up centre field, 25 metres out. Tackle 4 for the Warriors as Barner takes it forward and bends the defensive line once again. So final tackle, again 12 metres out, a good opportunity for Miguel to put it up. Instead he puts it on the toe, collected by Bunce, and the fullback goes in for the opening try of the afternoon. Chance Bunce knows how to dot it down. His 8th try in the SRL, 2nd of the season, and the Warriors take the early lead here in Parramatta. Four from 4 last week for Sage Miguele, and he makes no mistake with his first attempt this afternoon. The Warriors out to a 6-0 lead after 17 and a half minutes. So Butler gets the game back underway, and John Nanai takes it forward to set it up for the Warriors after their try. So it's a good opening 18 minutes by both sides. It was all the Eels in the opening 10 minutes. The Warriors starting to find their groove,
Hands off. Held.
wanting to get their season back on track.
He's held there. 4. Hold it
A lot of
there.
pundits this season have the Warriors coming in around about 5th or 6th.
Get off. Captain, I want you to calm your
The
players
Eels have given
down.
away a penalty here. Farah looking for a quick play the ball and held down by Abraham Walker a little bit too long, says referee Henry Perinara. Miguel finding the line around about 28 metres out for Corcoran to restart things.
1. Release. He's held
Strange
there.
setting it up around about
Move.
30 metres out. Walker over the top, they come left. Silly Ruka just sort of jogs it into some strong defence. Silly Ruka's got to improve that as the Warriors have
Held.
bit of a breakdown in communication there as the inside pass didn't find the man, and the Eels have come away with it.
He's second. He's held there. Held.
Right to the skipper
He's
in
held.
Johnston.
3.
Sets it up on the 40. James looks to run from dummy half, but then decides to go to the
4.
left.
Get back. Look at me.
Barnes
He's held
taking it
there.
forward. Good opening game, round 1 from Eli Barnes, scoring 3 times,
Held.
and the
Clearing
Eels
now.
win over the
Get
Broncos.
the last. Marcus, lock in.
Obviously taking over from Connor Sanderson in the fullback row for season 2.
That's 1. Move. He's held there.
The Eels punch it down to Jay Ems, who sets it up for the Warriors' first tackles. They go to Strange,
Held.
running it
Held.
forward
Move.
into some good Charlie Butler defence. This time it's Ingo finding himself
3.
in the
Back
game
with me.
early this afternoon, off the bench. Inside to Bunce.
Held. That's
Still looking for any way through this Eels defence. So far it's holding up pretty well as Barner juggles for a second and has to retreat to regather before it touches the ground. The good hands from the second rower. The Warriors' final tackle as Miguel puts it high and deep. Down to the Eels line, and Mitchell does well to get back
Here's tackle one.
and set it up for the Parramatta side.
He's held there. 2 hands away.
So both sides going to the bench early in the afternoon heat. 38 degrees we have in Parramatta today.
4. Move. He's held there.
As the trainers seem to be on the field the whole game. Seamus Walker's come away with the ball here.
1. Release. Held.
Looked like Huey Smith trying to get the offload to Walker in the support, but
He's held there.
Walker got the hand out and snatched it. So the Warriors inside the Eels 10. Farah, short ball to Barner. Good run by the second row again. Looking threatening every time he touches the ball. They go left to Engo.
He's held there. Move it.
Pushing it forward inside the Eels 10. Back right this time to Miguel. Decides to go himself and almost getting away from the clutches of Luke Carter. Left time to Cutler. The Warriors unable to get away the kick. And their final tackle option once again is a poor one.
1. Release. He's held there. Of him now.
Cutler calling for the ball, and Eels players all around him, no way through. And
2.
I'm wondering whether a better option could have been to go to the right to Farah, who had about 3 or 4 Warriors players on the outside.
Held. 3. He's held there.
Good charge by Luke Carter.
Let him go.
And he's won himself a penalty as well. The Warriors this time getting warned by the referee, as we've seen 3 penalties in the opening 27 minutes.
He's held there. 1.
So Carter sets it up, 35 out. Centre field as they come near side to Barnes. Miguel wraps him up well.
Held. Clear him.
Quick play the ball for the fullback as they cut out pass to White.
3. Back with me.
Good opportunity for the Eels, they stay short side. Durant, again it's Miguel who wraps him up to Butler, looking to go himself for the Eels. They're 2 metres out, final tackle, just to the right of the uprights. Back to Johnston, puts the kick in, and Shelford collects. Easy as you like. Warriors defence caught out. And a good quick play the ball. And it's Shelford on the end of it. Too easy for the second rower. Off the bench and scores a try. Butler from out in front makes no mistake. Back on even terms, 6 apiece. Here at Bankwest Stadium, coming up 30 minutes. Been in the first half. Back underway. Through the Warriors 5-8, Damien Shelford, his first try in the SRL, making his debut off the bench last week and grabbing a try tonight. So well done to Shelford, and it's a big try for the Eels as well. Not wanting the Warriors to get too far ahead of this one.
2 on the keep going.
they've given the ball away here, the Eels, so an unforced error after scoring the try as Ems gets away from a sprawling tackle of Mitchell and gets within 1 metre of the try line. It's Cutler at dummy half. He goes flat to David Barner. David Barner busts over the line, and we're going to have to go upstairs and have a look at this one. But David Barner, too powerful, too strong, and he's got it down, the big second rower. Coming from the Eels' mistake. First try of the season for David Barner. As Miguel comes in, starts it to the right, curls it back in, no mistakes. 12 points to 6. The Warriors back out in front. David Barner scored 3 tries in season 1, all in one game in fact. And 1 try so far in season 2 as Butler restarts the game. Seamus Walker bringing it forward for the Warriors. 9 minutes until half time. Another penalty against the Eels, and the referees had enough. And a sin bin. I'm not sure who it was against. But 10 minutes in the bin for one of the Eels players. Might have been Jaden White.
He's held there. 1.
Or
Release.
Damien Shelford. We're going to have to wait and see if we get a replay, but
2.
the first sin bin of the season.
Held.
And with 8 minutes until half time, it will be interesting to see
He's held
how the
there.
Eels game
3.
plan changes, being a man
Back to 10.
down. So Curran goes through the middle.
4. Get back.
35 out here, the Warriors. Tackle 4. Corcoran finds Barner on the burst.
Did the last.
Corcoran on the final goes back to Enga again.
He's held there.
A bit of miscommunication between the Warriors halves, and Daniel Ingo's been caught on the final, and a disappointing end of the set once again for the Warriors.
1. Release.
So a man down. It wasn't Jaden White. White's got the ball now.
Held. 2.
It could have been Shelford or Huey Smith. As Durant gets away from one and then finds Bunce in the backfield, taken down 38 metres out from the Warriors line as Carter makes a good burst. Off the pass from dummy half, inside the Warriors 30. They come right this time. Smith to Settendag. Forced back in some strong defence, led by Corcoran. Slow play the ball from Settendag, and Smith puts it high. A little bit too far as Bunce comes down with it. Gets away from one. Barnes is coming across. Barnes has got too much speed and wraps up Bunce just short of the Warriors, just short of the halfway line. But a good return from the Warriors custodian. As Walker busts off one tackle. It was Luke Carter just left on the ground. And they go inside the Panthers 40. Out to Maxwell, just stands, stops and stands there. I'm not sure if he heard possibly heard a whistle or something go, but he stopped momentarily on the sideline. They come left side to Engo. The Warriors tackle 5, looking to get to their kick this time as Corcoran will go back to Miguel, who does send it high. Coming down for it under Barnes, it's Braden Smith who takes it well, and straight away wrapped up by some good Warriors chases. So under 3 minutes remaining until half time. The Eels a man down at the moment. To Settendag.
He's held there. 3. Move.
Good tackle by Corcoran. Right to Johnston, who just takes it up into contact and wrestles with the defender. As Daniel Ingo pushed back on his haunches. To Mitchell. Good defence by the Warriors centre. That's Jackson Cutler. Back to James, who kicks on the 5th, and Ems does well to get back and take that one on the full.
Hill, get off him. 1, release.
Miguel, short ball to Curran.
He's held there.
That combination we've come to know so well. Miguel and Curran has been split up tonight. As Jason Farrer takes the number 7 jersey. Suliruka through the middle. The young second row prop. A good burst up through the middle with 20 seconds remaining, possibly the final play of the game. Miguel goes inside to Strange, and Strange will be wrapped up, put back on his back. I'm not sure if he'll get to play the ball. No, he won't. That's the siren for half time. 12 points to 6. The Warriors in front as the players head into the sheds for the break. Second half action set to get underway here at Bankwest Stadium in Parramatta. It's the Warriors holding it 12 points to 6-0. 6 lead at half time. Parramatta with a player in the bin as we start the second half. Still around about 4 or 5 minutes remaining.
He's held there.
As we get the second half underway, it's Abraham Walker to bring it back for the Eels to start the second half. A seesawing first half we saw, with the Eels seeming to have all the momentum in the opening 10 minutes or so. But then it was the Warriors who struck back with 2 tries and hold the lead at the moment.
That's 1. Move.
The Eels have got a tackle recount here. Tackle 1 deep into Warriors territory to start the second half as Shelford takes it forward.
2 hands away.
Sorry, Smith takes it forward. Shelford apparently is back on the field. It was Damien Shelford who was sin-binned earlier on. So the Eels inside the Warriors 10. They spread it through the hands from Butler. They find Walker on the end of it, who decides to straighten it up and takes it into some hard Warriors contact. Through the hands once again to Simons. Isaac Simons dives over the line for the Eels. And what a try celebration it was. Gets away from Curran. Bunce coming across, but Simons too much speed. There's a good pass from Butler as well, as he looks to bring it back to an even ball game. Pretty much right out in front and makes no mistakes. 12 all just after half time. So it was a good first upset from the Eels after the half-time break, and they got that tackle recount after Jason Farrer got his hands on the ball but wasn't able to hold on to it. And Isaac Simons just on a good run from the centre, just coming onto it at speed and crossing over virtually untouched. So back underway as Shelford runs into Suliruka. And Suliruka just drops the shoulder and welcomes Shelford back to the park with a big don't argue. Near side to Carter. Wrapped up by Farah. Assisted by Curran around the shoulders. Walker puts through the gap. Offloads to James on his outside. Good support by Tim James. As Barnes plays dummy half and slings it out the back door to Butler. Final tackle now as James finds Johnston forced to kick. And he just puts it down to the wing of Ems, who lets it bounce. Interesting decision by the Warriors winger, but it works out for him in the end, and they'll set it up on the Warriors 40. So first opportunity in the second half for the Warriors with the ball. Much was said at half-time from their skipper John Nanai, looking to continue that forward dominance that they have, as Farah's given the ball away once again. So two mistakes early in the second half from Jason Farah. First of all, it was a knock on, and then he's thrown the ball away just on the Eels side of halfway, so not the start the Warriors would have been hoping for. And the Eels with a really good opportunity to capitalise inside the Warriors 40. As they come near side to Smith, taken down by Curran. Over the top with Silly Ruka. Final tackle. Simons, the try scorer, puts the kick down to Moana. Good chase by Barnes, wraps him up well, assisted by Braden Smith. He's had a quiet game so far, Damien Moana.
He's held there. 2.
Only 3 or 4 touches of the ball in the first half. And he comes in again and
hands away.
Takes it up, but he's wrapped up again. Some good Eels defence as Curran gets a short ball and juggles it for a moment. Takes the gap on offer and up over the halfway line. Good charge by the second rower. Farah finds Sully Ruka.
He's held there. Get off him.
The rookie front rower takes it forward. Good charge by Sully Ruka. Magele down to the wing of Mitchell. Another winger who's had a quiet game so far for the Eels.
Release. Held. He's held there. Held. 2.
So Butler will play the ball. They go to Shelford.
Held. 3. Hands away.
Flat ball from Johnston. Butler goes flat this time to Settendag.
He's held there. That's tackle 4. Hands off.
Wrestling with Magele, plays the ball well. Walker runs into some heavy contact. It was Corcoran. Met by Strange. On the final with Smith to put it down to Moana. Again, the chasers do a good job, and cutting him down early was Luke Carter. Getting up on Moana to trap him before he gets his legs free. Farah goes short to Corcoran.
3. Markers lock in. Held.
Good passing between the two veterans.
4.
Barner once again taking it forward. Corcoran coming near side. Magele finds Strange on the inside. Again, this Eels defence holding up well so far in the second half, as Magele forced to kick down to the wing of Mitchell and follows it up with a good tackle. Eels looking for a quick play the ball. Barnes almost getting away from Corcoran. Good defensive player, Patrick Corcoran. Goes around the ankles of Johnston. Patrick Corcoran, the leading tackle for season 1 for the Warriors. The Eels go flat to Carter. The game being played in this middle third for much of the second half so far, as they go into the wing of Ems this time.
1. Release.
He'll play the ball 12 metres out. As the skipper,
That's your second.
John Nanai, sets it up centre field. Quick play the ball to Strange.
He's held
pumps the leg and
back with me.
steals an extra couple of metres. Through the forwards they go. Barner just outside the Warriors 40.
He's held there. 5.
Final tackle now. It's Miguele to play the ball to Strange for the kick. Miguele caught up at the play the ball. Strange puts it down into the Eels 10. So a seesawing game so far. Much of what we've come to expect from these two sides. It was the Eels in season 1 getting both wins, 14 points to 6 in the round robin play, and then 19-18 in the grand final.
4. Move. Held.
They also met in the Nines semi-finals. It was the Warriors coming out victorious in that one. As Bunce returns it well from the kick. Again makes a good break through the middle, but it's Eli Barnes who once again chops him down. Curran takes it forward about 12 metres out, setting up for the Warriors. To Suliruka, busts through one. Suliruka could have got himself, but he gives the ball to Curran. Maybe showing his inexperience as they go to Farah. Farah goes flat to the skipper, and John Nenai goes in for the Warriors' third try. Jason Farah drawing in the defenders and finding his skipper in a gaping hole. Gives us a bit of a swan dive at the end as well. Miguele will make this 3 from 3. And after 58 minutes, it's the Warriors back out to a 6-point lead. Substitutions coming back on for the Warriors. It looks like Danielingo and Seamus Walker are back out there. As Suliruka takes it forward.
That's 1. Move. Held.
This time it's Nanai.
He's held there. 2.
Just outside the Warriors 30. They go to Farah, decides to show and go and bust through the middle. Breaking away from the tackle of Durant. Taken down by Eli Barnes, but not before he picks up an extra 10 or so metres. As Suliruka takes it forward, met in a good tackle by Kobe Johnston, but he's come away clutching his knee, Kobe Johnston, so the Eels skipper looking a little bit ginger after trying to tackle Suliruka. Mitchell takes the kick.
1. Release.
And setting it up just outside their 10. So worrying time for the Eels as Johnston still looks to be hobbling in the backfield.
Get up.
In fact, he's come to the near wing. He might have actually gone from the field, in fact. Yes, Johnston has come from the field for the Eels, so we'll have to wait and see how serious of an injury that is. So it'll be Thomas Wallace taking the captaincy duties. Now that Johnson's off the field is Huey Smith. Makes the mistake and Sage Miguele sends it into touch. So the Warriors setting it up around about 35 metres out.
Release.
And they go to Barner, who takes it forward and sets it up just to the left of the uprights. Inside the Eels 30. to Nanai. Nanai busts through the middle, shrugs off one, almost gets away from Barnes and Carter, but the Warriors only a metre out as they find Strange. Strange, a good pass from Corcoran, and Logan Strange looks to have scored just to the right of the uprights. I can't quite see if he got the ball down. The bunker says yes, and the Warriors go back to back. So 22 points to 12. Kick to come from out in front. Miguel set to make it 4 from 4. And the Warriors make it a 12-point lead. Black Live on SRL TV. You're watching the Simulation Rugby League Premiership Round 2 action in the Season 2. Tuesday night, Warriors taking on the Eels. 63 minutes gone as the game gets back underway after that try by Logan Strange. And the Warriors out to a healthy 24 points to 12 lead. Still 16 minutes remaining in this fixture, so plenty of time for the Eels to strike back as their substitutes finally make it onto the field. And Bunce has been taken out without the ball. He's not happy. Sattendag's come away with it, but Chance Bunce claiming he was taken out before the ball arrived, and I'd have to agree if we get a replay to confirm, but first glance it definitely looked like Bunce was taken out before the ball got to him. Either way, the referees say play on as Jones goes through a gaping hole, finds James on his outside. But Corcoran comes across and makes a try-saving tackle. They go to Short, who sets it up. 2 metres out for the Eels, final tackle. The far side to Butler, puts it on the back. Ems comes away with it. And he looks to have got himself back into the field of play. So good return from J.Ems. Looked like he'd mucked it up for a second.
That's one.
Bounce of the ball, almost getting away from him as he darts down the sideline. Good run from the young rookie winger. Try going begging for the Eels.
Hill, 3 back with me.
It was Butler who put in a deft little kick into the in goal.
4, get back, look at me. He's held
I think
there.
it was I think it was Braden Smith, in fact, chasing it, unable to get away as Miguel puts in a horrible kick, partially charged down by Thomas Wallace, and he comes away with it, and the Eels back on attack inside the Warriors 10.
2, he's held there.
So it's Shelford to play the ball. James options left and right, goes to Wallace, to Jones. William Jones close to the line, taken down a good tackle by the Warriors forwards. They swing it out left. Damien Shelford already got one tonight. Not going to get a second. Simon's a dummy half, finds Jones, offloads to Luke Short. Luke Short hard to take down. He's rolled onto his back. The big fella. Referee saying try. Hold on a second. Now Bunker says no, I'm not sure what the referee saw there. But the Eels, final tackle restarting from the 10 as Smith puts it high. Huey Smith has been taken down well by J.Ems. No real chasers for the Eels.
0 tackle.
Now French a couple of minutes. We've seen as these
He's held there.
bench
Right,
players
he's
make their
tackle
way
1.
onto the field. It's Mitch Austin taking it forward in the green headgear.
That's your second. Hill.
Barner up to the 40, taking down the good Eels tackle. Sully
He's held
Ruka
there. 3. Back to 10.
Met by Shelford, through the hands by the Warriors.
4.
Tabana once again, taken down on the halfway line. To Bunce.
5, holding a 10.
No way through for the fullback. So dummy half for the Warriors is Ashford. Magale sends it down deep to the wing of Mitchell. Dangerous to bring it back, but a good chase by Magale. Cuts Mitchell down about 25 out. Butler goes himself.
Up now. 2 on the kick.
No way through the tackle of Corcoran.
Held. 3.
Eels looking for someone to spark something on attackers.
4.
Luke Short almost
10. Held.
fumbles that one and manages to regather, but Butler decides to kick early, gets a good angle on it, looking for the 40-20, but doesn't get the bounce right as Bunce comes across
That's 1.
and takes it down
He's held
before the
there.
Eels chasers get to him. Short ball to Austin through the middle. Mitch Austin. That's 2 good bursts
Hands away.
from the bench player up to the halfway line for the Warriors. Farah has been given it away again. It looks like Sully Ruka this time. No, it wasn't Sully Ruka.
He's held
One of the
there.
Warriors players
Hands
taken out
away.
without the ball after Bunce. Sorry, Farah tried to go to him again. The referees
Held.
not adjudicating to that decision. And it's the Eels inside the Warriors 20. A really good opportunity as they go tackle 4. Butler, they go short side. Wallace,
Held.
good tackle on him by Ashford. 15 metres out on the far touchline. Short this time, puts it up. Good chases from the Eels, but it's Ems who comes across, plucks it out of the air and takes it down for the Warriors.
That's your second. Held.
So counting down 5.5 minutes remaining. It's the Warriors holding on to a strong 12-point lead, 24-12.
Held. 4. Move.
As Corcoran comes right through the hands from Farah to Bunce to Moana.
5. Markers lock in.
Eels chasers get up on him and he gets up slowly as well. Moana looks to be hurt. It's a solid defence by Braden Smith. As Barnes brings it back.
Held. Up in now.
Chased well by Sully Ruka. They go inside the Butler. The Warriors defence tonight holding up well at the moment. The Eels need to score in this set, you'd have to say. They go to White
4. Get back. Look at me.
on the Warriors 40. Jones offloads to Short, finding his front row partner, but there's been no way through for the big Eels front rower tonight. Huey Smith can't shrug off the tackle of Seamus Walker. And that's the final tackle handover.
1. Release. Held.
So after a frustrating loss last week to the Raiders,
2.
the Warriors look to have got their season underway here in Parramatta this afternoon. After holding a 12 points to 6 lead at half time,
Hold the 10.
it was the Eels who struck back first in the second half, levelling it up.
5.
But then 2 tries to the Warriors. It's a 24 points to 12 lead. And even with that error, you'd have to say it'll be hard for the Eels to come back with only a minute and a half remaining.
That's 1. Move.
So 2 sides who have
Let him go.
come to have a bit of history here in the SRL.
Held. 2.
It's the Warriors who are going to come away with this one and bank their opening 2 points of the season. Too strong for the Eels away from home. As time ticks down, Braden Smith at dummy half. They continue to go through the hands. Eli Barnes on the full-time siren, but he won't be able to get it down. And it's the Warriors taking it out 24 points to 12. What a game we've seen. We hope you've enjoyed it. Coming up next, it's the Panthers taking on the Rabbitohs. Stay tuned, do not go anywhere.